Hey, good morning, everyone. Ron here with Precision Sails doing a walk around of a beautiful mainsail. This is for a Bayfield 25. It is made from our Precision 300 series Dacron. It has two full battens and two partial battens with one reef point. So this is actually a really good example of our Precision 300 series. The only thing different than originally quoted would be the addition of the two full battens. So let's take a quick little walk around and we can focus in on a few of the design aspects here, and so you can get a better idea of the quality of our sails. So let's start down here in the tack corner. And we'll just focus in. Really nice size ring there for the tack. Notice the way it's hand sewn with the webbing, and to make sure that's not going to move anywhere. And then we've got a nice little Cunningham here. And notice the Cunningham has its own reinforcement patches. And I'll just kind of pan out here and you can see the overall reinforcements that we put on this tack corner. Extremely well built, very strong. It's going to last a long, long time. The price point on it is fantastic. The cloth we've used for this is the Challenge High Modulus, which is a very nice cruising cloth. This boat is a northern boat. And let's just focus down here. We're down the Clew Corner now. And you notice a couple of things here. We've got a really nice slug that's going to slide down the boom track. This is for a loose-footed mainsail, which we always recommend. And then we've also included this Velcro strap, which is going to assist if this gentleman does get into some heavier winds. It's going to really help take some of the pressure off that slider or slug. And we'll just kind of walk on up here. We've got the first reef point. Notice the reinforcements, that belt all the way across. And notice the reinforcements for the reef are the same as the corners, the clew and the tack corner. We'll just kind of pan around here so you can get a good idea of what we're looking at. We'll stop in here at this, happens to be the second from the bottom batten here. And this is a partial batten. And we're using a tie-in batten configuration here. And we'll show you a little bit higher up on the sail how that works. But I just wanted to stop and have a look at the reinforcements that we use on these batten pockets. So you'll notice that there's a reinforcement patch at the end and again at the beginning. And that's where a lot of the stress is happening there. So that'll make that completely rock solid. That is not going anywhere at all. So that brings us up to the reef points, or sorry, the battens on the full battens. And you can tell the difference between a full batten and a partial batten as you get up higher. A full batten will have a batten receptacle at the end, and a partial batten doesn't. So that batten receptacle really helps you be able to put some good tension on it. So I'll just quickly show you some of the aspects here of our battens. And this is a tie-in one. So what we've got here is obviously this line, and we've got two grommets. And what you're going to do is you're going to insert your batten. This is going to come underneath this piece of webbing until it follows in the batten. And then you're going to use the line and go between the two grommets, back and forth a couple times until you get some mechanical advantage. And then you can really put some really good tight tension on those battens and put some sail shape into the sail. So you can force the sail shape in without using any wind energy to do it. So we'll just keep on walking up here until we get to the head. Nice alloy head plate. And you can notice the way we web that on with the slider. A couple of options there for attaching your halyard as well to make sure you're getting the right angles. And then we'll just focus in quickly here on this batten receptacle and give you a good idea. So the batten will come out of that pocket and into the back of that receptacle, which gives it a base to push against without causing any damage to the sail. And we'll just stop in here as well. Give you an idea of what our slider configuration looks like. So we've got the reinforcements there in behind it. We use a grommet. And then what we do is a little bit of vinyl to help any chafing that might happen there. And then we web it on, and it's called a figure-8 knot or stitch. And it's all done by hand. So that makes sure that that slider isn't going to go anywhere. And there are some companies out there that like to use shackles. We prefer this hand stitch method. It takes a little bit longer, but it ensures that that slider isn't going to move. And when sliders move, they jam. So we're trying to avoid any jamming. So there you go, guys. That is an excellent example of a Precision 300 series Dacron cruising sail. This happens to be the mainsail for a Bayfield 25 with 2 full battens, 2 partials. If you're interested, by all means, click the link below. I'd be more than happy to get you a quote.